Traditionally, video games have been an escape from day-to-day life for us gamers. We can battle dragons, we can solve intergalactic political debate, and we can capture teeny tiny animals in little candy-coloured balls. We can also, do those day-to-day activities in the virtual world, even though it's pointless. One of those examples is cooking. In fact, it's one of the major examples. There is no real reason to learn to cook virtually. It's not required anymore. We've evolved beyond it. But for some reason, it creeps and crawls its way into many of our favourite games, franchises, and series. Breath of the Wild, Final Fantasy, and even Pokemon to an extent have snuck cooking mechanics into games where the genre doesn't really need it. Games where cooking is a minor gameplay element or is part of a minigame will not be included, however. It's a sad day for my favourite app, Zombie Cafe. More of a management sim though. Maybe we'll do a top 5 of those. Let us know down below. That's how YouTube works, right? Without any further ado, let's get started with number 5. Number 5, I Am Bread. While I Am Bread doesn't feature any human chefs, there is a cooking element. The goal of this Bosa Studios game is to control a sentient piece of bread, aiding them in their quest to become 100% toasted. 100% really what the game is about. Along the way, players will have to traverse the kitchen of antagonist Mr. Merton, using any and all appliances in sight to achieve desired toastiness. This includes an iron, trouser press, or even your standard toaster. Use bumper and trigger controls to attach and detach from the surrounding environment, swinging from one end of the room to the other to complete this confusing challenge. From personal experience, we here at R-CADE can attest to this being a perfect party game. A combination of a weird concept and somewhat challenging gameplay, which can lead to interesting conversations and questions like, is it okay to eat sentient bread that wants to be toasted? Maybe it's just us that asked that question. Number 4, Burger Time. R-CADE Glasgow is built on a love of retro video games, so of course we're going to show love to one of the oldies. Burger Time was developed in 1982 by Data East as a stand-up arcade machine as well as for early PCs and the Atari. Chef Peter Pepper must traverse various walkways, knocking off the contents of burgers to their awaiting plates below. Along the way, he's going to have to avoid dangerous foes like Mr. Hot Dog, Mr. Pickle, and Mr. Egg. Correct me if I'm wrong, those last two go on burgers typically. Why are they enemies? The hot dog should also be on a burger. Come on people, turduckens exist. Let's make a fried version. Number 3, Cooking Simulator. Sometimes the virtual world becomes too realistic, and Cooking Simulator is a perfect example of that. Within the game, players take control of a head chef, preparing meals from memory and recipe for a kitchen of hungry diners. The game features a variety of unique kitchen options, all armed with a modicum of real-world physics, including cooking times, optimised for player interest and fun, but as close to accurate as possible. The Food Network DLC expansion brings a new wrinkle to the game, introducing a competitive aspect. It also brings to players a brand new kitchen stage, as well as recipes inspired by some that you'll have seen on Food Network shows, including the likes of Guy's Grocery Games, which if you've not seen, check out on YouTube. It's Supermarket Sweep plus Guy Fieri, two great things, come on. This game is perfect for those who want to relax and pick up a couple of extra skills from sage advice, or long-time chefs who are seasoned in the field. Yeah. Number 2, Cooking Mama 2, Dinner with Friends. With a rich history of main series titles spanning different eras and different consoles, the Cooking Mama franchise has come to epitomise cooking games in the modern era. Both fan notice boards and casual review sites have declared that Cooking Mama 2 is the best of the bunch, with Metacritic giving the sequel game a 70 rating overall. By nature of this game primarily featuring on DS and on the Wii, users have a number of different cooking options, including button pressing and stylus or remote control to simulate mixing, which brings you closer to the action in the kitchen itself. Despite number 2 being the most highly regarded, the franchise as a whole has a pretty decent batting average, meaning any Cooking Mama game you pick up for the DS or Wii is bound to at least entertain you for a little while. And if you get a DS version, you can travel with it, taking it on plane, train and automobile, learning some basic recipes along your journey. While Cooking Mama 2 is relaxing, the same cannot be said for our number 1. Number 1, Overcooked II. Could it have been anything else? With an adorable aesthetic and a gameplay style fit for casual gamers, 100% completionists and streamers, Overcooked 2 took over YouTube and Twitch for some time in the late 2010s and continues to be a fun party game deployed by those around the country day in and day out. While playing single player is an almost impossible task, combining the skills of yourself, 1 to 3 other friends in a journey To learn as many recipes as possible to fight the ultimate battle against an evil meatball monster, Overcooked 2 allows players frantic fun at fast pace. Complete as many orders as possible within the time limit allowed for a series of invisible patrons to your restaurant, and you get star ratings. The higher the stars, the faster you can move through the cartoon world. Overcooked as a franchise is a perfect party game. No story or lore to explain per se, but a simple 2-button cooking control system that is perfect for casual gamers, people brand new to picking up a controller, or someone who just wants to kick back and relax while eating snacks. You probably can't actually, this game is high pressure, especially when someone steals your onions and bitter requires sugar. Play a cooking game, find out. That's our top 5 here at R-CADE Glasgow, but are there incredible cooking games we might have missed? Let us know in the comments down below. Also leave a like and send this video to a friend if you think they could improve their abilities in the kitchen, real or virtual. You can also get in contact with us at Twitter or Instagram at R-CADE Glasgow, and also on Facebook at R-CADE Glasgow. You can reach us on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/R-CADE Glasgow throughout the week, and you can always support the R-CADE Glasgow staff on Patreon. That's patreon.com/R-CADE Glasgow. You can also find us on our website, rcadeglasgow.com, and rcadeglasgow.com/store if you want a collection of retro gaming goodies and imported Japanese snack foods. I've been Sam, this has been a top 5 video, and I'm hungry.